Hey, 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 beautiful souls. Welcome to Tuesday's Daily Divine. I'm Lyle, here to support your shine. Please do let me know if this stream is good before we get too far into it. You all know I don't like being pixelated. Nothing artificial here. We want to be authentic. Hey, Kiva. So today, for just cleansing the space, awesome, yay. For cleansing the space between our hearts, we're working with this beautiful hand-dipped sandalwood. The apartment just smells. Hey, Jen, how's it going? Welcome. So sandalwood hand dipped, I love it, and it's recently come back to me. So I'd just like to ask at this time that I'm a clear and pure channel to bring through messages from Source Divine, loving and kind, here now to support our greatest manifestation in this lifetime via the pathway of our very own 111 there, calm central nervous system. So let's just put this over here. Whew, how's everyone doing today? It is May the 27th. Wow, where is this Gregorian year going? I have to share something really exciting. You'll see in the link, there in the description box, there is a link. This morning I was guided as I was having 1:44 there on the clock. As I was about to go into soak in a tub, I was guided to a message that came through in November of 2020. And it was titled, I believe, Completion 2020. Anyways, I've dropped a link to that message in the description box below. If you're connecting with this, please do go and have a listen to that, because there is so much. Oh my gosh, sister, I empathize with you. I know how that goes, Kiva. Teeth pain, nothing worse. Not even childbirth. There's a lot of great stuff in that message. It's short. I think it's like a 25-minute message, and so much confirmation. And I feel like it was, well, obviously there's a purpose that I was guided to that today as we are into Gemini season and this big release. Now, I've been hearing from a few of you and some of my clients as well that many people are feeling as if they're in this, like in the thick of it, in the density, this dark night of the soul. And yes, because what's happening is Gemini season. Remember, we've been saying it's been shared for a week or so now, maybe 10 days, that Gemini season was going to show to us the polarities, like it was going to be glaring polarities. We're going to get into these messages in a minute here. Glaring polarities. And as a result, many of us who are in the flow, or perhaps we may feel like we're in the trenches, the root girls, the root boys, getting to the root of the matter. Many are experiencing at this time like fears coming up. And I just want to assure you right here and now that those fears are really unwarranted. And it is, they're saying a depletion. They deplete, these worries deplete your natural resources, your ability to tap in, tune in, and, just really have faith. Remember, we're the mustard seeds, right? We're the mustard seeds here on this path of joyful co-creation. We are creative 444. We're surrounded by angels. Our fear is unwarranted. Take care of yourself. Like, behind the scenes, remember, we work with the unseen realms. And so the fact that I was guided back to a message from 4.5 years ago, and it was approaching the second anniversary of Frank's transition. I had long hair back then. Um, there's wisdom is timeless. And we need to understand when we remember, we're at this time of, we've completed the karma, and now it's time to clean ourselves up, if you will, to rest, to integrate, to get into the creative flow, to trust what we know. And as for the financial stuff, let's face it, the whole financial markets are going to crash. And it's the warriors like you and I that are going to thrive in this time, because we have survived. We have lived most of this life in survival mode, right? Just making it through. We got ourselves, us and our crew, our angels, God, our spirit guides, our loved ones, our ancestors in spirit. They have gotten us, our connection to this unseen world has landed us here, has got us to this point. And many of us, honestly, um, so many beautiful souls who have had similar experiences as we have don't survive, don't make it to this point. And the fact that you're here, and connecting with this message whenever you're connecting with it, because wisdom is timeless, means and is proof that you are here for great purpose. There's no other reason you would resonate with anything that I share. If you did not know deep down inside of you, and you've known for a very long time, you are here to share. You have something to share. It's time not it's time, because you do. It is time now to show yourself compare. Show yourself compare. Show yourself compassion. Don't compare yourself to anything else or anyone else. We're all unique, and we each are here to express love, compassion, healing in our unique and wonderful way. No one else can do what we can do. And so if you need a cheerleader, here I am. Give me a Y. Give me an O. Give me a U. That's it. You've got this. You have absolutely got this. And we're at this point where we're not so much so concerned with what's going on externally, except to work with this energy as a tool, not a energetic that depletes us and our resources. We're not worried. We're using everything that is present in our circumstances at this time as a tool for self-development, and to allow us to take more of the mask off. And I'm not saying that we walk around and we're not inauthentic. Perhaps so we don't share the depth of our stories. Perhaps we don't um, perhaps we don't share the brilliance of our glory, God's glory that lives as us in the here and now. And it's time now. And we do that via the pathway of our pure heart, our childlike heart. Something was said yesterday. Oh, it was when I was driving. I was driving a couple gentlemen home from work. And one of the young guys, he's like, I think he said he was 35, and 35, and then the other guy's younger, he's 32. And it's like, oh my goodness, guys, like, do what it is you came here to do. If because our passions, our desires, our callings, our inner fire doesn't change. I think it gets snuffed out by, this external comparison, the external worries. And we live in a time where, like here in Canada, 1010, we live in an abundant time. The wheel has turned in our favor. And as I was going to say, here in Canada today, we've got that king from the UK here doing a throne speech. Like, honestly, like, who cares? Who cares? And how much is this costing Canadian taxpayers? Right? If you could see the pomp and circumstance, it's disgusting. We have people living on tents in the streets. We have people dying in the streets. We have children going to school hungry, and then we want to implement all these other social nonsense programs. Let's do our inner work so that we can actually begin in whatever way we're called to serve. And, for me, it's here sharing like this. And then, of course, the stuff I do behind the scenes to support my ability to come here 11:11 and share and do this and get the word out, right? Get the message out, be the channel, be the voice of reason, be the voice of compassion, because we're all going through it, because, the energetics of it all are intense. And so what does that ask us to do? We have an 11. The master knows that the wheel has turned in our favor. We've moved off of the wheel of karma and we're onto that wheel of destiny now. And it's so important. It's so important, our connection to nature. And that video that's shared in the description box from 2020 touches on that as well. Getting ourselves grounded, because we're receiving a lot, we're highly connected, we're highly intuitive. And in order to act on the inner knowing, we must be deeply rooted and grounded, because as high and expansive as our channel goes and our connections go in the unseen worlds, that's as deep and dark as our connections are here on the earthly realm, in the physical world. And so this fear and stuff that's coming up, it's coming from that place. And it feels like it's really coming from those lower chakras below the heart, from a place of things like that we shouldn't be worried about: financial security, food security, water security, like the basics, shelter. What are we doing? What are we absolutely doing? So what we're doing is we're grounding the purity of our heart to Mother Earth, so we can live our passion, so we can express our inner fire, so we can express the wisdom that flows through us in unique and magical and wonderful ways, being creative in each day, taking time for rest and play. Most of us have a job that we have to go to so that we can keep the roof over our head. And, that for many, like many aren't really passionate. If you are, wonderful, because that's where we want to get. When we do what we love, we won't be working a day in our life, because we are being of service. We're doing what we love. We're inspired. We're guided. We're honoring that inner fire. So even though we have to go to these jobs that may not be that space for us, let's use our time, our downtime, if you will, instead of sitting in front of the boob tube watching the news. Is it even that these days? Like, let's do something creative. Let's do something different, bit by bit, stitch by stitch. We are designing, because we are the engineers of our very own lives. We are weaving the fabrics, the golden threads of light into this lifetime. Dry throat. And Kiva, you make an excellent point. we're all on different evolutionary stages of our eternal soul, right? We all are. Those of you who are here, you are in a stage where you flip it all. You change it all. That's what we're here for. We're here to have an entirely different experience based on what we have experienced, what we have lived through, what we have cleared through, what we have, the cycles and the patterns and the limitations that we have broken through. Gemini season. Remember, 2025, we got the message, the year of the Hermit, the universal 9. This is the year the Hermit comes out and shines, lets their star out of the lantern. And we do this again. Overwhelm and plenty, the overflow. We do this by filling our cup first, right? Tending to our garden first, nurturing ourselves. Like before coming to this live today, I did, there was a tending to the garden, the house plants. I have a lot of house plants and they're growing beautifully. They're so happy now that they've settled into the new location, 1616, which is the 777s. This is a lucky and fortunate time for all of us. So support your own thrive in the little things that bring your heart delight, that support your cup to overflow so you can, what I'm hearing is that you are so much more gifted than you give yourself credit for. And you know this, deep down, you know this. And yet, because of circumstances, situations, blah, 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 you almost have disowned this unlimited potential aspect of yourself. That not for long though, because the unmarked trail is the revelation, the fear that's coming up brings with it the reveal. What's going on behind the scenes? How do I really feel? And your physical body, 777, will always let you know. And your intuition will always let you know. Yeah. And that's all. That's where our focus is meant to be, because externally, everybody's going through their own stuff. And eventually, hopefully, more and more soul family begins to gather with us, because we're all interconnected. If you're gathered here, anything that you see in me is a reflection of you, good, bad, otherwise. It is. And so let us grow from that space, knowing that we are the ones here that are shifting timelines. We are the holy shift. Yeah. And yes, mirror, mirror, mirrors everywhere. It's like the fun house, right? And sometimes, we get a little startled or scared at what we see. And then, you know what? There's no one else that can do me. There's no one else that can do you. So let's just do that. Let's focus on that more and more, and forge our own path. Forge and forage our own path, finding new ways of doing things, finding new ways of being present for ourselves day to day. That's what really matters. That's what really matters. Offering ourselves compassion and gentleness in a world that's rather harsh, more playfulness. I'm just trying to see what deck. Oh, that was the deck. Okay, we're going here. The healing energy cards. Perfect. So these it's a lot of cards here, because I think each deck is 88 and I've combined them. So I've used these here before. The Healing Energy cards 1 and 2 by Leanne Peters from Temple of Balance. If you don't know who she is, please do check her out. She's a dear sister of the heart. I love her so much, and her work is amazing. Incredibly talented lady. Okay, so let's get some guidance here. And what I'm feeling, this is like practical guidance to support the deep moves, the deep shifts that are taking place within your experience. So if you're resonating here, hit the thumbs up, drop a heart in the comments. And if you haven't yet subscribed, please do consider hitting that subscribe button and supporting the Thrive around here. I appreciate you. And I feel the appreciation too. So thank you. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me or an intuitive healing session, please do check the description box below. And down there, you will find a link to my website and all of the offerings. Oh, this is beautiful. And this came out recently as well, the Dragon's Breath. It's a number 98, which comes to a 17, which is the 8. You are here in service to your eternal soul. And just like Kiva said earlier here, we are all on different timelines. We all have different generational 21. We all have different generational karma to clear through. And ultimately, it comes back to each and every one of us, each and every one of you, loving yourself more. You are adored in the unseen realms. You may not see it here in the physical. In the unseen realms, you are adored. Your guides, your angels marvel at all that you've been through, all that you've been able to overcome. And this is a reminder of working with our breath, deeply with our breath, to bring that fire back into the belly, to support the transformation. Our breath, although, it's breath, it also supports the activation. It fans the fire in the belly. And that's what I'm really feeling like for those of you here who may be tapping in and feeling this fear energy. Really focus on taking time every day, maybe multiple times a day, to work with your breath. Get your belly moving like a pump. And that's going to support the new power rising. Both of these cards are from the second deck, and I really love that. And here we have a 7 again. We've already had triple 7s, and now we've got 4 7s on the board. A new beginning is being born through you. It's almost like you are being born anew. Another one from the new deck. Isolate the problem. So yeah, as we no, now they're saying the top one. Archangel Michael. So as we show up for ourselves, as we do the inner work, as we move through the density of this transformation, like remember the letting the burdens go and re-threading, if you will, the new movie reel. It's a lot. It's a lot. And when we're very sensitive, when we are the other day at work, one day last week. So I work in a warehouse, and so there's a lot of different energies in there. And, there's this one energy in the office, and it was so funny. The physical reaction I had, this person walked into, our personal space. And so I was standing just waiting to get into my desk area. And this person walked and cut into my energy field. And I was like, ugh, like literally, it's a lot. We're contending with a lot. And my friend at work saw it. And I'm like, did you see that? And she goes, yeah. I'm like, oh, because when we are bright, when we are shining bright, when we are at a different frequency out there in the world, there's going to be a lot that are drawn into our field, our energetic field. And wow, life past 7, awesome. there's going to be a lot that are drawn into our field. And, not everyone. And even within the spiritual community, because I'm sure this woman would identify as being spiritual. Um, I know I have heard it said that she identifies as a member of a coven, which never has really resonated with me. Hey, different strokes for different folks. That vibe and much of the vibe, even within the spiritual communities locally and stuff, I have been challenging for me, simply because there is a lack of integrity. There's not a lot of people really doing the deep, dark work, what it takes. Most just want some place to fit in the world, to be a part of. And quite honestly, the greatest work that I do, or any of us can do, is the shadow work we do, and the clearing work we do, and being mindful of how we are impacted. Maybe she cut through my energy field, wanting to get a little bit of Lisa Lyle. Um, it was a no-go. I mean, whatever she got when she walked through, she got, and after that, it was like, whew, note to self. Me be more discerning, like put up the invisible shield so no one can walk through that space. And so as we disconnect more and more from the external circus, if you will, the yeah, the external stuff, then we can isolate what the true issues are. And this is this is an 11 again, right? The second 11 that we've gotten here today. And so this is about you as the master doing what you need so that you can isolate where the issues are, where the blocks are, why the fears are coming up. Because if there's fear coming up, there's still something underneath there, right? When we are uh and I'm not going to say that fear doesn't come up, because it does. I'm the queen of the nighttime anxieties and always have been, right? And now, instead of like getting really wrapped up and caught up in where that anxiety can take me, instead it's about focusing on breathing and how to bring more and more ease into the experience. And what's really going on here? What's got me feeling frightened? Or what's got my shackles up, or the alarm bells going off? We must pay attention. And this is like, as we pay attention to the truth that is rising within us. And sometimes the truth is not inconvenient, it's uncomfortable, right? The truth, people, it's easier to convince people of the lie than it is to convince them of what's true. And we see that externally, right? So much untruth has been fed into this timeline, that it's so challenging for people to see the truth behind the lie, and that's not for us to, we're at this point where we're no longer, and we may have for a part of time tried to convince others of what is true, tried to, elevate others by the things that we do and the things that we share. Now it's about showing up in the world, because the immediate community perhaps is not big enough for the stuff that we bring to the table. And so it's up to us to get creative in the ways in which we share, and to create the communities that support true spiritual growth, that support true healing, and support others to walk the path of divine responsibility. And that is always going to require great amounts of courage, and Archangel Michael is the guy for that. This comes to a 13, which is the number of the divine feminine. And, Archangel Michael is the embodiment of the alpha masculine in my mind and heart. That's how I feel him. Just so protected. And so if you're dealing with anxiety or fears coming up, or you look outside of yourself, and you're like, oh, what's going on here? This is like a horse and pony show. It's a friggin' circus. And it's not my circus. It's not my monkeys, not my king, not my PM, not my prez, nothing. Because the ultimate is like God, source, right? And yes, we have physically, yeah, and it can be in communities, the best space for me is in communities that are born through me, that I create, that offer safe spaces to others. And that was really because I know what it takes to feel safe, and it takes a lot. And a lot of times it doesn't, as someone who facilitates safe spaces, particularly when I had a studio space and was doing yoga and meditation and goddess circles and all of this kind of beautiful connective stuff. The one thing that was heard over and over is, I just love the space you create. It's so warm, it's supportive, and we're real. And it's not always easy. It's not always comfortable. Truth isn't, and sometimes it's the truth about what we have done to ourselves, not so much what has been done to us, but what we have done to ourselves, how we have disowned ourselves and aspects of ourselves because the community we live in, we don't fit in. We're the square pegs. No, we're the round pegs, not meant for square holes. We're breaking free of the box. We're breaking free. We're spiraling beyond the box. And so it says, Archangel Michael, removal of illusion, fear, lies, deceit, and everything that is holding you back. Freedom, truth, throat chakra, protection, strength, warrior, courage, and personal power. And this, rawr, the tiger, right? Powerful, majestic, beautiful, independent. You're the conqueror of obstacles. Bravery, a tough situation has made you stronger. Resilience, there it is again. Responsibility, there it is again. True power and momentum building, there it is. And yes, it is. We're going to do the dragon's breath one last. So they had me, and yeah, anyways. Change the habit, understand the problem, make the change, notice what isn't working, find a solution, transform, observe, discover, and take responsibility. There it is again. We're coming up to 3, 3, 3, 3. Take responsibility. You are the sacred tree, the tree of life, here for a life of delight. Be compassionate to yourself. Offer compassion to yourself. You're being reborn. The power of your breath. Speak up, let it out, see it through. Don't underestimate yourself. Right. Breathe out and release. Avoid bottling up. Courage. Yeah, we don't want to bottle up. I'm just seeing if they want me to grab us some affirmation cards. Yeah, and they're saying everyday wisdom. They keep showing me my deck, and I'm like, really? Okay. All right. All right. There'll be a new deck coming out sometime soon. In divine timing, I trust. So let's just pull a couple cards. I'll humor my crew and say, okay, all right, there's the first one. Feathers. So some of you are your make a wish, your angels are near and support your heart's deep desire. It's a number 42, which comes to a 6. I feel like saying they're saying the bottom card, so I'll take it. The Sun, number 11. So, what I'm hearing with the feathers card is that for all of you viewing this, whenever you see a feather, that is a sign from your angels that you're right on time, you're on the right path, and keep going, because 42 comes to a 6, which is about your spiritual path of purpose in this lifetime. Okay. The soulmate connections, that which is destined for you is coming, and this is what's destined for you, what's destined for me, what's destined for all of us. Is this the third 11 we have now? Yes, it is. And so right back to the very first card. Oh, thank you. Right back to the very first card, we have 3 11s here. We are in the removal phase of the masks. We are taking the last little, and again, like I said, it's not that you don't show yourself authentically. It's not that I don't show myself authentically. What it is that there may be parts of ourselves that we're still hiding from. Only you'll know if that's true. And, those of us that are gathered here, it probably is, because you're here for really great purpose, abundance, thriving, all of it, all good things, soul connections with family, like here. Thank you so much, Kiva. This is my community too. All of you who show up here, this is my family. I love you so much. I'm so grateful that anyone shows up to tune in to what is shared here, because I really feel I'm so sure that this is what I'm here to do, and this is what I'm meant to share. It's not about personal gain. It's just about supporting. It's about supporting and trusting that by continuing to show up, continuing to do what I feel so deeply that I'm here to do, the rewards are beginning to come through. I'm feeling them. I'm seeing them. This is such a beautiful space. Oh, thank you, Kiva. It means so much to me that we've connected in this lifetime. And same with Jen. Like, in the last couple of years, in the last few years, I've connected with some really, really beautiful souls. And many of those have felt like walking an isolated path, on their own. And then we connect here, and you come back here, and it's like we're not alone. There's others, not, I won't say just like us, there's other dreamers like us. There are those who have worked through similar karmic lessons. And the biggest lesson is that our birthright, that which we have always believed is true for us and every other living soul, is coming true, because we are the master. This is like 6 1s across the board. Make a wish, live your bliss. The angels come out and tell us, make a wish. So when you see a feather, know your angels are there with you, and make a wish, and perhaps thank them for showing up. And the Sun card says, you are being guided right now to connect with your personal power. Didn't one of Leanne's cards say that? Oh, well, the new beginning. Personal power. Yeah, the Archangel Michael card. So Archangel Michael is working with all of us. He sits in the direction of the south, the inner child. South, where's my south? There. The inner child. He wants us to spring forth from the purity of our heart, joyfully co-creative. It's really interesting, because those who, was it yesterday? Well, yesterday I was all dressed in blue. The Whimsical Wednesday message for the inner child will probably have that. That's what I was wearing. That'll be released tomorrow. If you haven't checked the angels message from yesterday, it's not It's an old one. Again, was recorded 6 months ago. It wasn't actually an angel message. It was shared as a collective energy update. Again, all these old things that are coming back, it's because we're at the verge of this massive break free. Remember 2025, the break free year, the breakthrough. Learn that your ego is your finest teacher, your most beloved friend. You were born to shine brilliant and bright. You are the light, and the light is within you. Solar plexus chakra, taking our power back. Here, all dressed in this little yellow sundress today, joyfully reclaiming our power this very hour. I'm a poet, and yes, I know it. Actually, that's what I'm going to do. We're going to pull a couple of affirmation cards for us, and this is from the Conscious Spirit Oracle. And then we're going to go. I'm going to go and write because I feel like there's some messages that want to come through today. And I'm excited because I haven't written in probably 5 days or so. So I hope everyone has a great day. The sun is shining here, well, through a haze of chemical clouds because the skies have been pretty active this morning. Oh my gosh. Okay. So look at this. Guys, you're amazing. We are amazing. Thank you for the reflection. Honestly, thank you, thank you, thank you. The joy, the sun, the solar plexus chakra, breathing the fire back into our belly. Right? This is Archangel Jophiel's energy so strongly to me. And this is your energy. This is the strength card. The strength card energy. Although it's a number 13, it's the divine feminine. Didn't we have 13 somewhere? Yeah, the truth. Look at the divine feminine knows the truth. And the truth lives and breathes as her and him. And the more deeply rooted, here we go again, into the present moment, the more that we can experience ease and peace and fun and joy and the magic of the unseen realms that are supporting us, gods, girls, and boys. Who needs toys? Right? It's like, I don't know where that's coming from, but it feels like very playful. And this is confirmation. Awesome. Do it. Pick up that pen. Take action daily. I take action daily that awakens my personal power. Say it with me 2 more times. I take action daily that awakens my personal power. I take action daily that awakens my personal power this very hour. 3 live viewers and 3 thumbs up. Thank you. Oh my gosh, I just recognized the number on the other card. I just noticed it. We've got 3 live viewers and 3 thumbs up. So thank you. That's also the number, like the Empress energy, the Trinity energy coming back online. We are the light coming to life. And then we've got this number 23, the divine masculines right here with us. I feel all like that. I have to say that neroli oil has me all up in the sensual feels of life these days. I don't normally like that type of a scent, and I'm all about it. And I'm all like, ooh, really in the feminine. And I feel like that's a big call right now, really embracing our femininity. Who cares what people think? Who cares? I showed up at work yesterday wearing a dress, like a cotton hoodie dress with pockets and the frill at the bottom over tights to work yesterday and leg warmers. I could care less, you know? And it was quite a sight. I'm sure it was a sight for sore eyes. I loved it though, and that's what we need to do. Just express ourselves, just be you. Those who are for you are going to show up for you, and those who aren't for you, well, maybe you'll put a smile on their face. Perhaps your courageous ability to show up authentically as yourself will inspire them to do the same. That's what it's all about, and that's what it's all about. The hokey pokey? We're not hokey pokeying. We are abracadabraing. We are bringing our dreams to life. Yeah, are you feeling the sensual vibe with this neroli oil, Kiva? I'm like at work yesterday. One of my colleagues said, "Oh gosh, something happened." She's like, "I need some smelling salts." I'm like, "Here, wait a minute." And I ran over with my neroli bottle and gave her a sniff and put some on her. Um, I don't do cards. I'm not doing them here. Welcome. Please make sure you subscribe to the channel and come back Friday night. And that's when I do live card pulls for those who are here on the live. We go live at 8:11 Friday evenings. But welcome to the family, Sai Kumar. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for showing up. I'm so grateful for the connection of our hearts. And look at this. This is like magic. This is like, I'm really feeling although, like I was saying, I'm feeling this like sensual, divine, feminine energy. It's almost like love is in the air. Everywhere I look around, love is in the air. Every sight and every sound. I don't know if I'm being foolish. I don't know if I'm being wild. Anyways, that's it. You get the point, right? It's like this real, it's such an optimistic time. And I know we have been through the grind. We have been slaves to the grindstone. And yet here we are coming out the other side. Gemini season is the encouragement to do the nitty gritty, if you will, and to just show up for you in, every day. I take action every day that awakens my personal power. What does this say? I fully experience every moment of my life by living in the present. Where is our power? Is our power back there when we were children? Is our power back there 5 minutes ago? Our power is right here, right now, with the next breath, always in the present moment. Yesterday is history. Tomorrow's a mystery. This moment is a gift, and that is why it's called the present. And so if we can present and suit up and show up and present ourselves in the world in a way that makes us feel brave and courageous and beautiful and proud, and we're not compromising what we know on the inside, this is how we grow. And we have to forgive ourselves for the things that we didn't know before we knew them. And so I would really like to say thank you so much for showing up in my life today and every day that you show up. You truly are a gift to me. I am so deeply honored and touched by our connection. And it is a connection which I am eternally grateful for, not just now in the present, eternally, because I know our souls were called to join up again in this lifetime to support one another to thrive beyond the lies. We see and we feel the truth, and we're here to get to the root of what has been our core wound so that we can soar to new heights, living our heart's delight, which is just magic. And, it's the wonder. And that doesn't mean, hey, look, everyone, if you have this idea that perhaps I'm naive, I don't know what's going on in the world, that's absolutely untrue. I feel it all, and that's why I don't engage much with the outside world or the television or things like that, because I'm here doing the work. I'm here as a channel to clear, not just for myself, same as you. The work that we do personally supports the collective, supports the shift. And we're just at the beginning of it. But we're doing it. And you have sown beautiful seeds, which are coming to fruition in this lifetime. You were born to shine. And I'm so grateful you have shined your light and your love on me here today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm going to go and sit in the sun and feel the warmth of the sun on my skin, on my pale skin, and do some writing. And I'm looking forward to connecting with you live back here Thursday morning at 11:44. That seems to be a really good time for me and allows me to do the things I do in the morning. So we'll be back here at 11:44 Thursday morning. We'll be here Friday night for free live card pulls and intuitive messages for all subscribers that show up on the live. And tomorrow there is an interactive message for the child that lives inside of you, and it's called The Inner Child Speaks. So I trust that whenever you're guided to this message or any of the messages on this channel, there will be something there that supports you. If you'd like to work more personally with me, you can check out my website, description box, and the link down below. And don't forget to go and check out that message from 2020 called The Completion of 2020. I've dropped a link in the description box below. Thank you, Kiva. Thank you so much. I know most people don't, but there's some, as we present as we present more of our inner child to the world, a lot of times that people see that because I'm like almost a 55-year-old woman, right? So as a 55-year-old woman, I go out into the world and I present this really playful like energy, quite childlike, and people may look at that as like naive or stuff like that. It's not a naive or immature. It's not like that at all. I've been through a lot. I've cleared a lot of stuff from my energetic field, and going forward, I am going to live life on my terms, well, as God sees fit for me, and present the world, Lisa Diane Lyle, as she is. And I'm glad that you're here to see, and I see and feel you too. I love you all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a wonderful day. Get out there and play.